welcome back to another edition of the labs. So in this lab, I'll be focusing on Azure policy. Today I'll be demonstrating the difference between an audit policy and a deny policy and Azure policy. A little bit of wordplay right there, but it's basically by restricting allowed locations in a testing deployment. So we'll first start off with creating a resource group. So the description is fine, and for this resource group, we'll just name it Resource Group Policy Lab. We're going to leave everything else default. Currently reside in the USE, so we'll leave it like that. And we're going to hit create. So once this resource group is done, head over to policy. So this is where we're going to set up our policy for which we want to accomplish for today. So we're going to go to assignments, and we're going to go to assign policy. So for the for the scope, we're going to leave it for the subscription that we are currently in. We're going to leave these as default. And for policy definition, we want to go to allow locations. Alright, so allow locations is right here. Which this is saying is we want to allow only certain locations to be able to deploy something or access something, depending on what do we want. So let's see, when enforcement. Alrighty. So we have that, and for the descriptions, and for the description of it, say allow locations. We're going to enable this. Let's see, allow locations. We'll say East US. Yes, currently the one that I'm in. You know what? I might have to, for the purpose of this lab, I'll just disable it because it might automatically disable it when I'm trying to create another location. So let's see. We're gonna go to East. So basically what this policy is saying is the only allowed location to deploy stuff in is from the East US. The purpose of this lab is to, let's say if I deploy a resource or a resource group from another region, it will let it go through, but it will flag it saying, hey, this is something you potentially should look at. And that is what I want to happen. So we're going to leave everything else the same. We're going to hit review and create. Make sure everything is right. Yep. All right, now we're going to hit create. So now we're going to go to resource group. Now we're going to go back to our my apologies, resource group. From resource group, we're going to hit resource group policy. And from here, I'm going to hit create. We'll just choose a cheap resource for the time being. Let's say storage account. Alrighty, we're going to hit storage account. And we're going to deploy this from the, let's say central for the time being. Storage account name. So y'all gonna have to bear with me right here. Sometimes we having a hard time with Azure liking my names. Storage. So let's say storage hub 3. Storage hub 3. Just say review and create. All right, so we're going to create this. So now once this creates, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Azure Policy and filter it by compliance. So basically, once I filter it by compliance, what it will show is, hey, this resource was allowed, but this is something you should look out for potentially, or this is something you should be aware of. It just depends on how you want to think about it. Alrighty, so that resource was complete. So now we're going to go to policy and compliance. And you see right here, so what I was saying before, allow locations, the policy that we just set up is saying, hey, this is non-compliant, although it was allowed to be able to go through. And just to give you guys a little bit of heads up, if you want that, depending on the type of environment you in, if you want resources to still be allowed, you just have to make sure at the bottom of the first page you click that. Um, you click off of the enforce policy and let it so it can be able to go through the resource. Alrighty, so that, and now we're gonna go to assign policy again, but this time we're going to deny it. So you see right here where policy enforcement is. That's the difference between allowing it to go through. This is allowing it to go through, and this is denying it. So for policy definition, we'll go allow locations again. Alrighty, allow locations. Deny anything. Oops, excuse me. Deny anything that tries to come in from another region. Alrighty, so currently I'm in the East region right now. So if I was to say Central for the time being, okay, go to review and create. Alrighty. And now we'll go back to our resource group. Go back to resource group policy lab, and we're gonna create. We'll just choose a storage account again. Say we'll do Brazil. Storage account name. Happy 33. It's a good time to be alive right now. All right, we're gonna go to review and create. And you see right here, when I try to create it, it says validation failed and view error message. And the error message says resource happy 33 was disallowed by the policy. And that's pretty much the lab. So this lab was to cover what audit is. Audit is I will, or the admin of a certain administration will allow something to go through, but it will flag the admin saying, hey, this is something that was outside of your policy. Whereas the deny, it won't even allow you to create a resource. And the resource I used was storage account. So thank you all for tuning in, and until next time.